A wise person. Silently cuts off 5 types of people. Denzel Washington motivation, Stoicism. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is not say anything at all. Denzel Washington. In today's fast-paced world, we often encounter people who either elevate us or drain our energy. But how do we know when it's time to let go of those who no longer serve our growth? In this video, we'll dive into the art of silently cutting off toxic individuals, without drama, without conflict, but with a quiet strength that aligns with your personal goals and peace. The silent goodbye is a wise decision to protect your mental and emotional well-being, empowering you to focus on what truly matters. Are you ready to take control of your environment and surround yourself with the right people? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you need to let go of to move forward in life? Stay tuned, and let's explore how you can make space for more growth and happiness. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life. 5 types of people you should cut ties with. Number 1. The negative person. In life, there are people who, instead of helping you move forward, hold you back. One of the Stoic secrets to peace and happiness is recognizing these individuals and learning to silently cut ties with them. The first type to let go of is the negative person. These individuals are like dark clouds, constantly casting shadows over everything they touch. They focus on flaws and problems, never acknowledging the opportunities around them. Their pessimism can quickly seep into your own thinking, making you doubt your abilities and question your potential. Over time, they become anchors, holding you in a place of stagnation. You end up spending more energy managing their fears than focusing on your own growth. To achieve personal growth, it's essential to identify these people and protect your peace by distancing yourself from their negativity. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but it's a necessary step in unlocking your true potential. When you let go of negativity, you create room for positivity to thrive. The second type of person to cut off is the energy vampire. These individuals constantly drain your time, emotions, and efforts, offering nothing in return. Have you ever spent time with someone and felt emotionally drained afterward? That's the work of an energy vampire. They never seem to solve their own problems, always offloading their emotional burdens onto you. And when it's your turn to share, they become disinterested or distracted. Their demands are endless, and they never offer support in return. Energy vampires thrive on your compassion and kindness, but they never reciprocate. If you're not careful, you'll end up neglecting your own needs while trying to carry their emotional baggage. The Stoic secret here is to preserve your energy. Compassion is important, but you must recognize when it's being used up by someone unwilling to return the favor. Protecting your emotional boundaries ensures that you can maintain your peace and avoid burnout. Next, consider cutting ties with the drama seeker. Drama seekers thrive on conflict. They're always involved in arguments, gossip, and unnecessary disputes. It's as if they can't function without drama in their lives. These people will pull you into their chaotic world, making you feel like you must pick a side or get involved. They manipulate situations to keep the drama alive, distracting you from your own goals. The Stoic approach teaches us to maintain a calm and steady mind, free from external noise. If you find yourself caught up in someone else's drama, step back and remember that you don't need to engage. Life is already challenging enough without adding unnecessary stress. By distancing yourself from drama seekers, you preserve your energy and focus on what truly matters. The fourth type of person to avoid is the envious one. Envy is a toxic emotion. These individuals are never happy for your successes and instead constantly compare their lives to yours. They may act supportive on the surface, but deep down, they feel bitter about what you have. Whether it's your career, relationships, or personal growth, they'll downplay your achievements to make themselves feel better. Envy harms both the person who feels it and the one they direct it toward. If someone in your life undermines your progress or makes you feel guilty for succeeding, it's time to reassess the relationship. Letting go of envious people allows you to preserve your self-worth and focus on your own path without being weighed down by jealousy. Remember, their envy is more about their inner dissatisfaction than a reflection of your worth. Consider the person who resists change. These individuals are comfortable in their ways, but their lack of growth can be draining. They fear change and try to discourage you from stepping outside your comfort zone. Growth requires discomfort, and these people are often too afraid to embrace it. Their resistance to change can make you second-guess your own willingness to evolve. A Stoic understands that life is always changing, and the only way to thrive is by being flexible and open to growth. If you allow people who resist change to influence you, you risk becoming stagnant. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to improve and inspire you to break through your limitations. When you cut ties with these 5 types of people, the negative, the energy draining, the drama seekers, the envious, and the change resistant, you create space for peace, positivity, and progress in your life. By removing these toxic influences, you protect your well-being and make room for relationships, experiences, and opportunities that will help you become the best version of yourself. Take a moment to reflect. Are there individuals in your life who fit these descriptions? Are there relationships that no longer serve your growth? It might be time to make the difficult decision to let them go. As Denzel Washington once said, "You will never be criticized by someone who is doing more than you. You will only be criticized by someone who is doing less." So if you're surrounded by individuals who don't support your growth, it's time to cut them off. Make room for those who do. Protect your peace, energy, and potential, because you deserve it. The Stoic secrets to a fulfilling life often lie in removing distractions and staying focused on what truly matters. By applying these principles, you'll create a life that aligns with your values and your highest potential. Number 2, the exploiter. In the journey of life, it's essential to recognize the people who can drain your energy, leaving you exhausted and frustrated. One of the most harmful types of individuals to engage with is the exploiter. Exploiters view your kindness not as a virtue but as a resource to be drained. They quickly identify generous people and take advantage of them, taking time, energy, and support without ever giving back. These individuals, like leeches, demand more and more, never expressing gratitude or offering reciprocity. At first, you might feel obligated to help, but as time passes, you'll realize their behavior is one-sided. They benefit while you lose. Their disregard for your well-being can lead to emotional exhaustion, resentment, and a diminished trust in others. This pattern can leave you hesitant to offer kindness to those who truly deserve it. In Stoicism, we are reminded to guard our time and energy as if they were our most valuable resources. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In this context, the exploiters we encounter serve as challenges to practice self-discipline, wisdom, and self-control. We must set clear boundaries, recognizing that we cannot give endlessly without taking care of ourselves. Exploiters thrive on emotional manipulation, often using guilt and compassion to keep you giving. Remember that kindness is a gift, not an obligation. By establishing firm boundaries, you protect your energy and emotional well-being. Modern Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control others' actions, we can control how we respond. We must choose wisely with whom we share our time and resources. In today's world, where demands on our time and energy are endless, exploiters can easily go unnoticed until their draining effects become too overwhelming. Many people find themselves in relationships where one person constantly gives, while the other takes. This dynamic may be hard to recognize at first, especially if you are naturally kind and generous. However, if you notice that your efforts are met with entitlement rather than gratitude, it's time to reevaluate the relationship. No matter how much you care for someone, their willingness or ability to change is beyond your control. Your responsibility is to protect your emotional and mental resources. Just as a wise person would cut off distractions hindering progress, You must release relationships that drain you without giving back. This is a key practice in modern Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes rational decision-making and emotional resilience. While we can't control others, we can control how we engage with them. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Similarly, in relationships, wisdom lies in knowing that not all connections are worth investing in, especially those that take more than you can afford to give. By letting go of exploitative relationships, you make room for meaningful, balanced ones that foster mutual respect. Setting boundaries with exploiters is not just self-preservation. It protects your peace and ensures your kindness is shared with those who truly value it. This approach allows you to take control of your social circle and make intentional choices about who you allow into your life. While we cannot always control our circumstances, we can choose how we engage with others. This choice reflects our values and priorities. As you navigate relationships, remember that wisdom isn't only about knowing who to help, but also understanding when to step back. Just as you wouldn't give more financially than you can afford, you shouldn't give more emotionally than you can sustain. Recognizing the signs of exploitation early and disengaging before the relationship becomes too draining is vital. In doing so, you protect yourself and preserve your ability to help those who truly deserve it. Modern Stoicism encourages mindfulness about how we spend our time, what we value, and who we allow into our lives. By setting boundaries with exploiters, we free ourselves from emotional depletion and create space for healthier, more reciprocal relationships. Kindness and generosity are virtues we should all strive for, but they must be exercised with discernment. Exploiters will always try to draw from your goodwill without giving back, but the power to protect your energy lies within you. Through modern Stoicism, we learn to identify these relationships early and act to preserve our peace. Seneca wisely stated, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Do not waste your time on relationships that deplete you. Instead, focus on those that nourish your spirit and bring you closer to becoming the person you aim to be. By doing so, you cultivate not just wisdom, but fulfillment and authentic connection. Number 3. The disrespectful person. In life, we are often surrounded by people who can either uplift us or diminish our sense of self-worth. One group that we must learn to protect ourselves from, according to modern Stoicism, is the disrespectful individual. These are people who continually fail to honor your boundaries, dismiss your opinions, and undermine your value. They speak and act in ways that make you feel small, unimportant, or invisible, often leaving you questioning your own self-worth. Their words sting not through constructive criticism, but through hurtful remarks that erode your confidence over time. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." In this case, being a wise person means recognizing when someone's behavior is disrespectful and choosing to disengage rather than allow it to corrode your spirit. Disrespectful individuals tend to overstep boundaries, whether emotional, physical, or psychological, dismissing your needs and invading your personal space without consideration. They show little regard for the impact of their actions, often refusing to take accountability and instead blaming others or minimizing their behavior's effects. This disregard for respect is corrosive. It can wear down your sense of self, making you question your worth, your ideas, and even your right to exist in the space you occupy. Such toxic exchanges can leave you feeling drained, as discussions devolve into arguments, or leave you feeling unheard, ignored, or diminished. Rather than celebrating your successes or acknowledging the hard work you put into your endeavors, these people tend to focus on your faults or completely overlook your achievements. The result is a feeling of invisibility, a sense that no matter what you do, it will never be enough for them. The Stoics, such as Epictetus, remind us that we have control only over our own reactions. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. In this case, the wise person understands that the disrespectful individual is not someone to be engaged with or allowed to influence their peace of mind. To preserve your self-esteem and emotional well-being, it is essential to recognize when a relationship is devoid of mutual respect. Walking away from such relationships is not an act of selfishness, but one of self-preservation. The Stoic approach teaches us that we must not only cultivate virtue in ourselves, but also protect it from forces that would cause it to wither. Surrounding yourself with people who truly value and respect you helps create an environment where you can thrive, grow, and live in alignment with your true self. Modern Stoicism teaches that this act of cutting off disrespectful people is not just about avoiding negativity. It's about choosing a life where peace of mind and self-respect are paramount. If you wish to grow and develop, it's critical to create a circle that supports your well-being, one that nourishes you and acknowledges your worth. Thus, the wise person silently cuts off these toxic relationships, protecting their sense of self and ensuring they remain on a path of growth, peace, and emotional resilience. In today's fast-paced, often harsh world, the ability to discern and distance yourself from disrespectful individuals is not just an exercise in self-preservation. It's an essential practice for maintaining mental clarity and emotional health. With the rise of social media, the workplace, and complex personal relationships, many people today find themselves in environments where disrespect is rampant, yet they remain tethered to these toxic connections. In such circumstances, applying the principles of modern Stoicism can be transformative. It reminds us that our peace is not dependent on the actions of others, but on our own capacity to remain steadfast in our principles. So, how can you protect yourself from a disrespectful person? First, be aware of how your interactions make you feel. If you constantly leave a conversation feeling drained, belittled, or diminished, it may be time to reevaluate the relationship. Second, practice setting and enforcing your boundaries. Respect is a two-way street. If you're not receiving it, it's okay to remove yourself from the situation. As Seneca once said, the greatest remedy for the anxiety caused by other people's behavior is to recognize that we are the ones giving it power. Lastly, remember that you are not obligated to endure disrespect. The wise person knows that choosing silence, walking away, or even ending a relationship is not a weakness. It is a demonstration of strength and wisdom. The importance of cultivating relationships that nourish and respect your dignity cannot be overstated. Surround yourself with those who celebrate your achievements, support your goals, and treat you with the same kindness and respect you offer in return. A wise person knows that their energy and mental space are too valuable to waste on relationships that drain them, undermine their worth, or disrespect their boundaries. Through the lens of modern Stoicism, cutting off disrespectful people is a deliberate and empowering act. It is not only a means of preserving your self-esteem, but also an essential part of living a life of virtue and integrity. By recognizing these individuals and removing them from your life, you ensure that you create the space necessary for personal growth, peace, and meaningful connections. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius wisely taught, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. By choosing to protect your thoughts from the negativity of disrespect, you take the first step toward a more fulfilling and serene existence. Have you ever had to cut ties with someone who drained your energy or made you feel small? Comment yes if you've ever had to walk away from a toxic relationship, or no if you're still navigating how to protect your peace. And make sure to watch until the end. There's a surprising tip coming that could transform the way you approach relationships and personal growth. Number 4. The energy vampire. In life, there are people who, despite being close to you, end up draining your energy instead of fueling it. They take more than they give, leaving you feeling emotionally and mentally exhausted. These are the energy vampires. They are the individuals who, without offering anything positive in return, constantly seek your attention, time, and emotional support. Have you ever found yourself in a conversation where everything revolves around their struggles, and when it's your turn to share, They seem uninterested or even dismissive. Energy vampires often exhibit little regard for how much they take from you, only focusing on their own needs. Over time, their behavior can create an emotional imbalance, leaving you feeling depleted and unappreciated. You may notice that they rarely celebrate your successes or show any genuine interest in your growth. Instead, they often seem jealous or indifferent to your happiness. This makes interactions with them feel one-sided, repetitive, and ultimately unproductive. They resist solutions, constantly dwelling on their problems without taking steps to resolve them. This refusal to progress can make it feel like you're stuck in an endless loop of emotional give and take with no real progress. Now, I want you to think for a moment. Have you ever had a friend or acquaintance who always seems to demand more from you than they offer in return? Do you listen to their problems, offer advice, or just lend your ear, only to feel worse after the conversation? It's draining, isn't it? That's the work of an energy vampire. The Stoic secret here is understanding the importance of boundaries. In Stoicism, we are taught to focus on what we can control, and one of the most vital things we can control is our emotional energy. By recognizing when someone is depleting you, you can take steps to protect your peace. This doesn't mean you abandon them in their time of need, but it's about recognizing the dynamic and ensuring it doesn't continuously drain you. It's crucial to recognize when someone is sucking the life out of you and learn how to assert your limits with kindness but firmness. You don't need to entertain every call for attention, especially when it comes at the cost of your own well-being. Think about a time in your life when you gave someone your full attention, only to realize later that they weren't really interested in your needs, your progress, or your well-being. Instead, they took all your time and energy without contributing anything of value. How did that make you feel? Did you feel uplifted and energized? Or did you feel drained, even after the interaction was over? This emotional depletion is exactly what energy vampires do, and it's important to recognize it before it takes root in your life. As Denzel Washington wisely put it, you will never be criticized by someone who is doing more than you. You will only be criticized by someone who is doing less. If you're spending too much time with someone who is always stuck in their problems and not progressing in their own life, you might begin to feel like you're stuck too. To protect your energy and continue moving forward in your own growth, it's essential to distance yourself from these energy-sucking individuals. Cutting ties with an energy vampire might not be easy, especially if they've been a part of your life for a long time, but it's a necessary step for your personal growth and happiness. Think about this. When you remove someone who drains you, you free up space for people who truly support you, who energize and encourage you. People who are willing to listen, share, and grow together. In fact, one of the Stoic secrets to happiness is surrounding yourself with relationships that are mutually enriching. When you spend time with individuals who respect your boundaries, share your values, and bring positivity into your life, you naturally feel more uplifted and empowered. By cutting off energy vampires, you reclaim control over your time, your emotions, and your focus. This isn't about being selfish. It's about being wise enough to protect your well-being so that you can show up as the best version of yourself for those who truly matter. You're not obligated to carry someone else's emotional burdens if they're not willing to meet you halfway. When you remove the negative energy from your life, you create space for the positive energy to flow, energy that nurtures growth, peace, and joy. Ask yourself, are there energy vampires in your life who are constantly draining you? Are you spending more time managing their emotions and problems than focusing on your own? Now is the time to establish healthy boundaries. Let go of relationships that leave you exhausted and unfulfilled. Protect your energy. In doing so, you'll create room for the relationships, opportunities, and experiences that will help you evolve and live a more meaningful life. This is one of the key Stoic secrets: protecting your emotional resources and being intentional about where you invest your time and energy. Number 5. The passive-aggressive competitor. The passive-aggressive competitor is a subtle but pervasive presence in many of our lives, often disguised as a friend or colleague. They don't outright express rivalry, but subtly turn every interaction into a contest, measuring their worth against yours. Rather than celebrating your success, they minimize it, elevating their own in the process. This behavior often stems from deep insecurity, as their self-esteem is rooted in comparison rather than personal growth. It creates tension and unease, making it hard to share accomplishments without fearing jealousy or one-upmanship. Over time, this dynamic can corrode the authenticity of the relationship, as trust erodes and the connection becomes overshadowed by competition. A passive-aggressive competitor rarely offers genuine support or encouragement, viewing your success as a threat to their own sense of self. This can lead them to subtly undermine your progress, diminishing your achievements, and making you hesitant to fully embrace your victories. This emotional drain, over time, can leave you questioning whether someone truly wants the best for you or is simply competing with you in a hidden way. Modern Stoicism offers wisdom on handling such situations. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The passive-aggressive competitor plays by different rules, constantly comparing, doubting themselves, and seeking validation. Instead of letting this behavior disrupt your peace, Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control, our own thoughts and reactions. In a world where success is often measured by comparison, Stoicism teaches that true fulfillment comes not from competing with others, but from aligning our actions with our values. Your journey is personal, and true success is defined by the pursuit of virtue and growth, not by comparing your achievements to someone else's. By distancing yourself from competitive relationships, you free yourself from the emotional burden of comparison and can focus on your own growth. In today's world, social media amplifies this tendency to compare lives, making it even harder to recognize the passive-aggressive competitor. The constant barrage of others' curated highlights can stir insecurity and jealousy, leading some to view your success as a threat instead of celebrating it. However, Stoic wisdom offers a different path. As Seneca famously said, "He who is not a good servant will not be a good master," meaning that mastering our emotions and self-worth is essential for overcoming external pressures. To escape the toxic cycle of competition, we must surround ourselves with people who genuinely support and encourage us. These relationships, built on mutual respect and shared growth, shift the focus from competition to collaboration. Modern Stoicism reminds us that our energy should be invested in relationships that uplift us, not those that leave us feeling inferior. By choosing to engage with those who support our growth, we create an environment where everyone's success is celebrated, and personal fulfillment becomes the focus. If you find yourself in a relationship dominated by passive-aggressive competition, it's time to reassess whether it's nurturing or toxic. Through self-reflection, a core Stoic practice, you can determine if your achievements are genuinely celebrated or subtly undermined. Recognize that you have the power to choose where to invest your time and energy. Letting go of competitive relationships frees you from emotional exhaustion and creates space for those centered on mutual respect and shared growth. Modern Stoicism teaches us to maintain inner peace and emotional resilience, even amidst difficult interpersonal dynamics. Embracing this mindset enables us to navigate relationships more effectively and create a social circle that fosters positivity and collaboration. Stoicism teaches that we must remain indifferent to others' judgments and comparisons. Our peace of mind is not found in competing with others, but in mastering ourselves and staying focused on our personal journey. The passive-aggressive competitor may try to draw us into their comparison game, but by sticking to our values, we can rise above this toxic dynamic. As Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By taking responsibility for our reactions and disengaging from unnecessary competition, we reclaim our power. Instead of viewing others as competitors, we can embrace collaboration, where everyone's success is valued and there is room for everyone to grow. This embodies modern Stoicism, living according to our values mastering our emotions, and staying focused on our own journey, free from the distractions of comparison and competition. While the passive-aggressive competitor may seem harmless at first, their subtle behavior can gradually chip away at your peace and authenticity. Recognizing this dynamic early and taking steps to disengage is a key principle of modern Stoicism. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your success and support your growth, creating an environment where you can thrive without the pressure of constant comparison. As Seneca reminds us, no man is free who is not master of himself. Mastering your emotions and reactions is essential for cultivating relationships based on respect, growth, and collaboration, leaving behind the toxicity of passive-aggressive competition. This shift in perspective is vital for leading a life of wisdom, fulfillment, and inner peace, free from the burdens of comparison. Do you have people in your life who seem to drain you without giving you anything back? If so, drop an "I've met" in the comments below. And don't go anywhere. Stay until the end of the video, because Part B is full of surprising self-improvement tips you won't want to miss. What you should do to grow personally. Number 1. Build healthy relationships. In the pursuit of personal growth, one of the most vital steps is to intentionally surround yourself with people who foster your development and well-being. Modern Stoicism teaches that we have the power to control our environment, and this includes the relationships we cultivate. After eliminating toxic individuals from your life, it's crucial to replace them with connections that nourish your spirit and support your journey of growth. Healthy relationships are built on the foundation of mutual respect, trust, and empathy, qualities that allow individuals to feel understood, valued, and motivated to be their best selves. As Seneca wisely said, a friend is someone who gives you the liberty to be yourself and yet holds you accountable to your highest potential. When you have people who listen attentively, offer constructive feedback, and celebrate your successes, you begin to realize the importance of having relationships that actively contribute to your growth. These relationships don't just offer encouragement in times of joy, but also provide emotional support during challenges, reminding you that you are not alone on this journey. It's crucial, in today's fast-paced world, to be selective about the energy you allow into your life. The influence of others can either propel you toward greater achievements or weigh you down with negativity. When you choose to invest time and energy in people who inspire and empower you, you create an environment where your goals are nurtured and your spirit thrives. The key is to prioritize relationships that are enriching, where the connection feels mutually beneficial, and both individuals are equally invested in supporting one another's aspirations. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The relationships you choose play a critical role in shaping your reactions and responses to life's challenges. With the right support system, you're better equipped to handle life's obstacles with resilience and grace. Healthy relationships are also characterized by open and honest communication, where both parties can express themselves freely, without fear of judgment. This kind of transparency allows for the resolution of conflicts in a constructive manner, turning potential points of contention into opportunities for growth. When conflict arises, as it inevitably does, it's important to approach it with an open heart and a calm mind, listening to understand rather than to respond defensively. This ability to engage in thoughtful communication is one of the hallmarks of a strong and healthy relationship, and it fosters mutual respect. Building relationships based on these principles is not a quick process, but it is one that pays dividends over time, as it creates a supportive environment where both individuals feel safe to pursue their personal goals without fear of criticism or judgment. In a world that often prioritizes superficial connections, it's easy to fall into patterns of relationships that drain our energy or hold us back from reaching our full potential. However, when you consciously cultivate healthy, respectful, and empathetic relationships, you create a community that helps you grow into the best version of yourself. These relationships become a source of inspiration, motivation, and accountability, offering not only encouragement during your triumphs, but also offering a shoulder to lean on during moments of hardship. Modern Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on what is within our control, and by choosing to build and maintain relationships that contribute positively to our lives, we take a proactive step in shaping a life that aligns with our deepest values and aspirations. As you continue your personal growth journey, remember that the people you surround yourself with will play a significant role in the direction your life takes. Strive to build relationships that encourage you to reach higher, push further, and become the person you are meant to be. By choosing relationships rooted in respect, trust, and mutual support, you not only enhance your own life, but contribute to the growth and well-being of others as well. The process is not always easy, and it requires discernment, patience, and intentional effort. However, by aligning yourself with those who uplift and inspire you, you ensure that your journey is one of continuous growth, fulfillment, and connection. As Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, and indeed the relationships you cultivate shape the thoughts, feelings, and experiences that make up your life. So choose wisely and invest in those who bring out the best in you. Number 2, cultivate a positive mindset. Have you ever stopped to think about how the people around you shape your mindset? The environment you live in, including the people you spend time with, the media you consume, and the places you go, has a huge impact on your thoughts, feelings, and actions. If you want to live a life of growth and possibility, there's one important truth you need to embrace. A positive mindset is essential. If you've been weighed down by negativity, especially from toxic relationships, it can be hard to recognize just how much it's holding you back. The good news is, you have the power to change that. You can decide to let go of negativity and begin cultivating a mindset that empowers you to thrive. A positive mindset isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about learning to see every situation as an opportunity for growth. When you choose optimism, you choose to view setbacks as lessons, obstacles as opportunities, and failures as stepping stones on the way to success. This shift in perspective is within your control, and it can completely change the way you experience life. Imagine how your world would transform if you started seeing every challenge as a chance to grow, rather than a roadblock. To start this transformation, begin with gratitude. Take a moment each day to recognize the good things in your life, no matter how small. Practicing gratitude rewires your brain to focus on the positive, helping you shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. The more you appreciate what you have, the more positivity you'll attract into your life. Another key part of developing a positive mindset is how you talk to yourself. The voice inside your head has a huge influence on your emotions and actions. So, if you want to change your life, change the way you speak to yourself. Practice self-compassion. When you make a mistake, don't criticize yourself. Encourage yourself to try again. Mistakes are a part of the journey, and they often teach us the most valuable lessons. Affirmations are another powerful tool. Positive affirmations like, "I am capable" or "I am worthy of success" help replace limiting beliefs with empowering thoughts. Repeating these affirmations regularly helps shift your mindset and creates a foundation for confidence and resilience. But remember, a positive mindset requires action. It's not enough to think positively. You must act on those thoughts. Think about a boxer who gets knocked down during a fight. He doesn't stay down. He gets up each time, stronger and more determined. Resilience is built by responding to challenges with a positive attitude and refusing to quit. Finally, consider the people and influences you surround yourself with. As the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Surround yourself with people who inspire and motivate you. Seek out books, podcasts, and other resources that encourage growth and positivity. The more you fill your life with uplifting influences, the easier it will be to maintain a positive mindset. So, how do you feel about the power of positivity? Are you ready to start viewing every setback as a lesson and every challenge as an opportunity for growth? The secret to growth lies in your ability to shift your mindset, and the best part is, it's entirely within your control. You can choose how to respond to life's challenges. Will you choose fear and self-doubt, or will you choose positivity and resilience? The choice is yours. Take a moment to imagine the possibilities if you practice gratitude daily. Speak to yourself with kindness and surround yourself with people who lift you up. By embracing a positive mindset, you open the door to growth, resilience, and a life full of limitless potential. Why not make today the day you choose positivity? Your best self is waiting for you to take that first step. Number 3, develop personal skills. In life, we often find ourselves surrounded by distractions, negativity, and toxic influences, and at some point, we must learn to step away from these people to focus on ourselves. One of the wisest decisions we can make is to invest in our own growth, especially by developing new personal skills. It's not just about cutting ties with negative people, it's about building a stronger, more capable version of yourself. As the ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." When we focus on cultivating skills, we are not just acquiring knowledge, but also gaining control over our own lives. In today's fast-paced world, the act of learning new things is more important than ever. Whether you choose to deepen your expertise in a particular field or venture into an entirely new domain, skill development serves as a foundation for personal and professional success. When we commit to mastering something new, we gain more than just technical know-how. We also develop resilience, adaptability, and self-discipline, traits that are essential for navigating the complexities of modern life. Modern Stoicism teaches us that life's challenges are inevitable, but how we respond to them is what defines us. So, instead of complaining about the circumstances or waiting for things to improve, focus on what you can control, yourself. When you leave behind the negative influences and the people who hold you back, you create space for growth. This could be anything from enrolling in a new course, learning a new language, improving your communication abilities, or gaining practical knowledge in areas like coding, marketing, or digital design. These skills not only empower you, but also make you more marketable and adaptable in today's ever-changing job landscape. Remember, as the Stoic philosopher Seneca stated, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Every moment you spend developing yourself is an investment in your future, one that will pay dividends in ways both expected and unexpected. The process of developing personal skills requires more than just enrolling in a class or reading a book. It requires commitment, patience, and an open mindset. The greatest growth often comes when we are pushed outside our comfort zones, and it's in those moments of challenge that we experience the most profound changes. Embrace the discomfort of learning something new and view each mistake as an opportunity to improve. Even when we encounter failure, it's not a sign to stop, but rather an invitation to learn and try again. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, famously said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." The obstacles you face in learning new skills are not roadblocks, but stepping stones that ultimately guide you to greater wisdom and mastery. In practical terms, this means taking small, consistent steps every day toward becoming the person you want to be. It's about finding a balance between persistence and patience. For example, if you've always wanted to improve your writing, start by writing a little each day, even if it's just a journal entry. If public speaking has always intimidated you, find a local Toastmasters group or sign up for an online course that helps you build confidence in that area. As you progress, you'll notice that you not only improve in that particular skill, but also begin to develop the mental toughness and discipline that modern Stoicism emphasizes. You'll become less reactive to the ups and downs of life, more focused on your goals, and better equipped to handle adversity. But personal growth isn't solely about developing technical skills. It's also about expanding your emotional intelligence and interpersonal abilities. Sometimes the most valuable skills aren't tangible or measurable, but are those that help you connect with others, navigate conflicts, and manage your own emotions. In the same way that learning a new instrument or mastering a craft can build your self-esteem, honing your ability to empathize with others or to communicate clearly can transform your relationships and overall quality of life. Modern Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, and often, our ability to manage our own emotions and responses is the most empowering skill we can develop. In today's world, where distractions and stress are often overwhelming, the ability to continually grow and adapt is essential, but don't get discouraged if progress seems slow. As the famous Stoic saying goes, "The obstacle is the way." Every challenge you face in developing a new skill is a chance to prove your resilience and determination. The more you focus on building yourself, whether through formal education, self-study, or hands-on experience, the more you will create the life you desire. By constantly striving to learn and improve, you not only become more competent but also cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace and fulfillment, as you are no longer reliant on external circumstances or others for validation. As you work to develop new skills, remember to reflect on your progress and acknowledge how far you've come. This mindset will not only help you stay motivated, but also give you the confidence to tackle bigger challenges. Most importantly, stay humble and keep your mind open to learning from others. Even the wisest among us, like the Stoics, understood that growth never stops. It is a lifelong journey that requires both patience and persistence. The next time you encounter a challenge or feel frustrated with your progress, remind yourself that the journey itself is as important as the destination. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." By choosing to continually invest in yourself, you take the reins of your life, steering it toward greater mastery, success, and fulfillment. Number 4, protect your personal energy. In today's fast-paced world, protecting your personal energy has become an essential practice for long-term well-being and growth. When you release toxic relationships and situations that no longer serve you, it's vital to consciously defend your mental and emotional space. This isn't about being selfish. It's about creating an environment where you can thrive. The first step is setting healthy boundaries, which may feel uncomfortable at first but are crucial for maintaining inner peace. Saying no to commitments, people, or environments that drain you is an act of self-respect, not rejection. As Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In our busy lives, it's easy to overlook how much mental and emotional energy is drained by things that are outside our control until we find ourselves emotionally exhausted. Guarding your personal energy is not just about avoiding burnout. It creates space for growth and balance. To do so, you need to be mindful of your emotional and physical state. Modern Stoicism teaches us to understand what we can control and what we cannot. While we can't always control the people or situations around us, we can control our response to them. Recognizing when you feel drained is the first step in reclaiming your energy. A Stoic would advise pausing and taking intentional steps to restore balance, whether it's through self-care practices like a walk, meditation, or simply taking a break to reflect. This kind of mindfulness ensures that you not only protect your well-being, but also show up as your best self for the people and tasks that matter most. In a world full of distractions, social media, work demands, and the pressure to meet others' expectations, it's easy to forget that our mental and emotional health should come first. Personal energy is a finite resource. If we don't protect it, it will be depleted. By setting clear boundaries and surrounding yourself with positive influences, be it supportive friends, uplifting books, or quiet time, you preserve your energy. As the famous saying goes, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." This applies not only to the people around you, but also to the environments you immerse yourself in. When you surround yourself with positivity and take time for quiet reflection, you create a space where your creativity, resilience, and focus can thrive. Success isn't about doing more, but about doing what truly matters and investing your energy in things aligned with your values. Paying attention to the signals your body and mind send is also essential. Too often, we ignore signs of stress, fatigue, or dissatisfaction, and push ourselves beyond sustainable limits. Modern Stoicism encourages mindful introspection, taking a step back to evaluate your current state and make adjustments. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's important to slow down. Stepping away from toxic people or situations can help restore your energy and give you the clarity to move forward. By listening to your body and mind, you ensure you're not sacrificing your health or well-being in the pursuit of external expectations. When you prioritize your energy, you're laying the foundation for resilience, creativity, and success. Modern Stoicism helps you recalibrate your mindset, teaching that while life is full of challenges, we have the power to choose how we respond. By protecting your energy, you enhance your ability to respond wisely and effectively to life's demands. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." It's easy to become consumed by the demands of others, but when you neglect your energy, you're not only hurting yourself, you're also limiting your ability to contribute to the world around you. Protecting your energy is not just a form of self-care, but also an act of service to the people you love and the work you care about. When you create a healthy balance between giving and receiving energy, you remain strong and capable of meeting life's demands without feeling depleted. In practical terms, start by identifying the people or activities in your life that drain you. Is it constant social media updates that keep you plugged in? Is it the negative energy from certain people who take more than they give? Or perhaps it's the overwhelming demands of work or family that leave you little time for yourself? Begin setting clear boundaries in these areas. Say no when you need to, distance yourself from toxic situations, and surround yourself with influences that lift you up. Taking time for yourself, even if it means disconnecting from the world for a while, preserves your most valuable resource, your energy. Protecting your personal energy isn't just a strategy for avoiding burnout, it's a guiding philosophy for living a balanced, fulfilling life. By choosing where to invest your emotional and mental resources, you can create a life that aligns with your values and brings you joy. The modern Stoic approach encourages you to protect your peace, set boundaries with intention, and focus on what truly matters. By preserving your energy, you not only improve your own well-being but also set the stage for greater success and resilience in all areas of your life. Number 5. Pursue passion and goals. Have you ever wondered what truly drives your growth in life? What keeps you moving forward, even when things get tough? For many, the answer lies in passion and purpose. A wise person knows that surrounding themselves with the right people and focusing on meaningful goals is the key to unlocking their fullest potential. Personal growth is not something that happens by chance. It's something you actively pursue. And one of the most powerful ways to do that is by identifying your passions and setting goals that align with them. When you're driven by a passion, it gives you a sense of direction and purpose. Whether it's a career aspiration, a creative pursuit, or personal interests like fitness, travel, or volunteering, your passions serve as the fuel for your journey. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what truly excites me? What do I care about most? Once you identify what lights you up, the next step is to set clear, achievable goals around it. Without goals, passion can remain just a fleeting feeling, but with specific goals in mind, passion transforms into action. This is where the Stoic secrets come in, wisdom that teaches us how to stay disciplined and focused on what truly matters. Think of your goals as the roadmap guiding you toward personal fulfillment. It's important that these goals are smart, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Why? Because these are the markers that help you stay on track, ensuring that you're not just working aimlessly, but working towards something meaningful. And as you pursue these goals, don't forget the power of consistency. Small, everyday steps will always lead to big changes over time. It's the small wins, those little daily victories, that add up to progress. And when you encounter setbacks, remember that passion fuels perseverance. Just like Denzel Washington says, you don't have to be the smartest person in the room, you just have to be the most determined. Think about a modern example, someone like Elon Musk. His journey wasn't an overnight success, but it was his unwavering passion for innovation and his willingness to set clear, actionable goals that led him to revolutionize multiple industries. Similarly, as you pursue your passions, you'll find that your sense of purpose strengthens and your life becomes more fulfilling. Your goals will give you direction, but passion will keep you going when the going gets tough. So, what are your passions? Have you identified them? What are the goals you've set for yourself, and are you taking consistent action every day toward them? The key to growth lies in your ability to pursue what excites you, and the Stoic secret is understanding that with perseverance and clear goals, you'll continue to evolve into the best version of yourself. Keep pushing forward, stay disciplined, and trust the process. You'll be amazed at what you can achieve. As we wrap up, remember this: your inner peace is priceless. Prioritize your self-worth, focus on your goals, and protect your energy by cutting off the negative influences that hold you back. Life is too short for drama and unnecessary explanations. Sometimes the best way to move forward is with a simple, silent goodbye. Remember, your life is your own to live, so live it according to your values and potential. As Denzel Washington wisely said, you were born to shine, not to endure. Believe in your greatness, take action, and start today. I encourage you to reflect on this message and think about which types of people or influences you need to let go of to truly grow. What steps can you take today to protect your peace and focus on what matters most to you? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue the conversation. Don't forget to subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more motivation and wisdom on living your best life.